You are.
Okay. If you don't know, you will know. You are looking at the first filming of Three Sisters and a Mic.
Three.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. I'm
Yeah. I forgot. We got to practice that.
But
again.
anyway,
Yes.
yeah, we'll work on that. So anyway, today our topic of conversation is going to be about women's health, specifically women's breasts, women's boobs, women's tatas. There's plenty of them that have names. Mine are twins. I call mine the twins.
You call yours the twins. What do you call yours?
Mine.
Okay, so she just claims.
So
them.
she
Yeah,
just
they're
claims
just
them.
mine.
So
They're
mine
just
are
mine.
the twins. They look almost alike, like most women's breasts, though. They're not
Mine don't look alike.
exactly.
There's
Mine
no-
don't look alike.
What
That's
is yours?
a-
What is yours? Look?
One's high, one's low. You know.
She's
Well,
like,
it's
let's
high, low.
Right,
One's
right.
bigger. I play with mine occasionally.
All
A lot
women's
of times.
breasts are no
Not
women's breasts are asymmetrical.
Okay.
Right.
So there's always variance,
Variance.
and one's smaller than
One's
the
bigger.
other.
And one looks better in a bra.
One fits a bra better.
and
That's
one
true.
doesn't.
One
and
is
that
constantly
continues
getting
to
out.
change.
And you, for all of you women out there, you are experiencing that where one part of your shirt looks real good,
Yes.
and then the other part is like, well, I need you to, and you're constantly
gotta-
fixing it. So, but we want to talk about today. We want to talk about women's health, specifically women's breasts, because what we want to do is we want to remind every woman, every young lady that has breasts.
Yes.
And even if you don't, even if they little,
More importantly, if you're with someone, right?
Men
you can
Your
have them.
husband.
Right.
We want you
And
to,
men.
And a boyfriend.
Sons, fathers, and actually, to your point,
Mm-hmm.
even young men need to be aware of
that.
their chest
Absolutely, because
But on the
breast
serious note,
tissue.
breast cancer does affect a small
Mhm.
portion of men as well as women.
That's right.
So, like, all joking aside, I mean, everybody needs to make sure
Everybody
they're
needs
checking
to
their
check
chest.
Okay, so I'm back.
You back?
But
You brought
I'm
her
back.
in.
I'm
She
back. So what we do want you to do is we want you to make sure that you're checking your breasts at least once a month, every month. If you're not doing it, and you can find somebody else to do it, that works too. But make sure.
It's HR appropriate.
Right. Make sure
Yeah.
that you're checking your breasts at least once a month, every month.
Yeah, and there's, I mean, at this point where you can go online and find videos to show you the proper techniques for doing self-exams, self-breast exams, whether they're behind the, one hand arm behind your head,
Yep.
in the shower, and then circular motions going around your breast from the outside to the areola, which is your nipple area. So you want to just kind of start here and go around. And you're looking for any types of odd shapes, sizes, fillings, what have you.
Absolutely.
And I mean, it's something that you just need to be aware of. And it's good because once you know what your breasts feel like on the normal, then you'll be able to to identify, wait a minute, last month I didn't feel that lump there. And when we're talking about your breasts, we're not just talking about this area. It's all of this, all the way out.
Underneath
Right,
here,
the arm,
all the way around.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So go ahead.
So
Yeah.
have you guys, who's gotten a mammogram?
Yeah.
I've gotten a mammogram because I have,
AKA the squash.
and I'm not
Pancakes.
afraid to say it.
I've had a mammogram.
I have large breasts,
Really?
so I've had
They kind of small to me.
Well, girl,
Is that what
They
that
kind of
is?
small.
Girl.
I'm just saying.
and they have a mind of their own.
do they?
Yes,
Okay.
girl.
Well, talk to me about the
Girl,
twins and the
sometimes they
mammogram.
What they say?
Sometimes they are looking at people I don't even know there, and they all, hey. And it's like, hey. But for those of you who are not aware or don't know, you should be getting a mammogram. Most of the time, I think the mammogram starts, at age 40?
Unless there's possibly an issue, because I started
History.
getting my mammograms at 20 because we found a lump in my chest, so I had to get it biopsied and then removed.
Okay.
So I've been getting them on a
Mammogram.
regular basis, so it really depends, but at least now I have a baseline for understanding what normal is to me.
Right, and that's a really good way of putting it. What is normal to
For
you?
me,
For
right.
each body, it's going to be a little different. But I think to that point, understanding your family's history,
Absolutely.
this is a good conversation. If you have, not everybody has their history, but even if you don't have the conversation or the history with your moms or whomever, creating that for yourself, and that's where that self-examination and that self-awareness about your breast comes into play. So
And that works for me because I'm adopted, so I don't have a family history. I can't go to my mom, or couldn't at the time when I first started becoming aware of breast health. Is there anything that goes on in our families that in our family that I should be aware of? So I had to start mine at an earlier time. I started getting mammograms at age 42 after my child, which is another subject that we'll talk about at a later time for mature moms. But after my youngest child, was born, I had to start getting mammograms regularly. So go get your mammograms, get them done. Stay aware of what's going on with your own body because you know your body best. And if you don't, learn your body.
Get somebody that will.
Get somebody that loves to learn your body.
What was the mammogram like? What was your mammogram like?
So this is where like kind of going back. You got your first one in the 20s. I had my first mammogram in my 30s. And then
I had mine in 40s. So the mammogram, I'm going to let you know in advance that it is not going to be a pleasurable time.
There'll be no cigarettes.
There will be no cigarette smoking at the end of that.
No chocolate.
You do not want to stay around and talk to anybody.
No
you just want to get no cuddling.
No warm and fuzzy at all.
The mammogram process is, to say the least, I can't even think of a word for it. I do it because it's necessary, but I'm letting you know that you may not enjoy. Now, some of you might, if you like that S&M type of thing.
So what happens?
But I digress.
Let's talk about what happens in the mammogram.
So what happens is you go into the mammogram. They place you go into the room. They have a X-ray
machine.
The machine. Mm-hmm. You have to put your breast in it. They will
lift
flatten.
It onto
you. I think the person that's there is going to be. Yeah, I'm putting this on here. They're going to put it on a flat piece of, and then they're going to put a heavy plastic, and then they're going to push it down, and then you will be standing
in a vice grip kind of
and then you'll be in an awkward position
because you got to lean in,
you got to lean in, and then you got to lean back. And then the person that's taking care of your breast is manhandling it. Yeah. So it's not like it's thinking,
not a fondle.
Right.
I was
thinking as a female she would understand.
Yeah,
but
no, she's trying to get the
breast
right
in
angle,
there.
right.
And so she's got you hung up. So by the time you finish you're like this.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Which is pretty apropos.
Right.
Yeah. You're like, I surrender.
And then they do both breasts.
Yeah, because you can't have one.
So the bigger breast, right? Well, you can, but you know. So the bigger breast, of course, takes the brunt of that. I have a bigger breast.
I wonder if women get bruising. I'm sure some women.
Oh, absolutely.
I just thought about that because it is such it's an aggressive procedure.
Well, I don't drink, and I needed a drink. I asked somebody to fix me a drink.
Xanax for one, please.
So the process of ensuring your breast health when you go in to get your mammogram is not the most pleasurable, but it is necessary. So make sure you do that.
Yeah, you know what's funny? The first time I went and got mine and came away from it, my immediate response was, a man created this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
A man who really doesn't like women. Because
that's another conversation.
Misogyny or whatever. So it really, because I said, because if anyone who liked or cared or loved women or understood the anatomy of women, particularly in the 21st century,
right.
And they may exist now. I had a mammogram a couple of years ago, so nothing's changed.
No.
Right? No. I have to get them done every couple.
Year.
My doctor has me doing them like every couple of years.
Okay.
So I just had one like year before last, and I was dismayed a little bit at the fact that it was still this same very antiquated process. Yeah. Now here's what my dream of what a mammogram should look like. You come in. I thought about this. I put thought into this. You come in. You go into that same room.
Do you put them in?
And you take off your gear. And you lift
and
to those, and you sit them in around. Like
I just got vulgar.
Right?
It's an X-ray.
But I
machine.
went left.
Then you just put your breast in it, and
somebody
it should
on the
be
other
like
side. A male?
No.
Denzel?
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
You just took me somewhere. I said in my head, Idris showed up when you said that. I appreciate. He was my nurse. Anyway. But you know, like some kind of machine that just allows you to put your full breast into it, and it's giving you a 360 imagery. Like, why doesn't that exist? That's it. Anyone who loves a woman
would do
that. That's what the experience.
So we're putting
like.
that out there to the medical community or the inventions
and
community.
if it's already out there, great.
So put that out to the youth. Let the young women.
Let the young people, whoever, somebody. But I like the idea. This is just me. But I do putting them in something.
Yeah.
And then somebody of your choice, your liking, is on the other side.
Is this facts, fantasy, or fiction? Because that could get crazy.
But I digress.
Yes, you did. And
Hey,
different
Idris.
type of show. Hi, Idris.
How
It's your other,
Hey, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. How you doing?
Yeah, I decided on the side note,
right?
he's going to be my next president.
Who?
Either.
The Rock?
Or Idris.
His name has so many, but I digress.
Yeah.
But his name has just so many connotations to it.
Oh, no. Anyway, yeah.
All right.
You get that.
Give me a second.
You want some of that. Okay. So,
and
your big takeaway. Your takeaway is that what's important? Getting your
breast
mammograms.
And making sure that you check your breast once a month, every month.
Regardless of race.
Yes, this is
regardless of race.
All
women need to go ahead and get their mammograms
and age
done.
Yes,
and age. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, to the point earlier, mine was 20, hers was 30, hers was 40.
And we're still getting them done. And making sure that you look, if you don't have health insurance or healthcare provider, finding out what resources are available in your community.
Absolutely.
Because most communities will provide some kind of supplemental resource to allow or help you with the cost of those things. And if you don't, then let us know and we'll figure out something for you.
All right.
And
scene. Okay.
My milkshake brings up...